So, the processed food industry has certainly advanced and evolved over the past 50 years. They provided us with a new option of consuming food. But what's interesting with all these different processed foods out there, for us to be able to choose from daily, how many different companies do you actually think make those? Now, it turns out that there were only 10, and here they
Okay.
are.
Kraft, Coke, Pepsi, Kellogg's, Mars, Unilever, J&J, P&G, and Nestle.
They control 90% of the food distribution and marketing in this country. Sheesh. These 10 conglomerates. And to be honest with you, they all do the exact same thing. That is very interesting. So basically, our food has been uniformly changed over the past 50 years. A very good experiment in terms of before and after. So let's talk about it. So here's what processed food is. Number one, it has to be mass produced, okay? In a big scale, We're not talking about individual chefs. We're talking about, conglomerates. Have you ever been to a fast food processing plant? Have you? You have. Okay. What was it like? It's a plant. Are there any windows? Are there? There are no windows. Why is that? It's a good question. Why are there no windows in a food processing plant? Because they don't want you to see what's going on in there. Because if you did, you wouldn't eat it, okay? Truly. You can't believe what's going on there. It's not one piece of machinery that is recognizable. The world would be a normal kitchen. It was so consistent batch to batch. It's not just batch to batch. In fact, it's location to location because they're making it in a different place at a different time, okay? It has to be consistent country to country for obvious reasons like McDonald's, right? Because after all, McDonald's carries a brand. It has to convey a certain taste. Specialized ingredients from specialized companies. We're not talking about food, We're talking about food of all sorts. We're talking about sorts and things that you add into it and all type of stuff. In order to make those consistent from country to country, virtual every micronutrient is pre-frozen. The only thing that is not pre-frozen is the spices. Everything comes from a freezer. Fascinating. And that means that fiber had to be removed because, that's what happens when you freeze fiber. You get mush. Go home and take out an orange and put it on your freezer overnight. Take it out and put it on the counter. Try to eat it. What do you get? You get that mush because ice crystallized, pasteurized the cell of the wall and plant of the orange. Okay. Interesting. To allow the water to rush in. But of course, the food industry knows that. And what do? They squeeze it and freeze it and lasts forever. It goes from being a good to a commodity. That's the definition of commodity. Storable food. Okay. And you can buy it and sell commodities on a commodity exchange. You can't buy and sell food on a food exchange, but you can with commodities. Interesting. So, this works for the people trying to make money